Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 58. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. Taking about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. Here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. The gun, they'll look to throw, going for it all, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
He He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here at 29. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he's going to go down again. Chase on. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Down at the 33.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 more yards. That's another Washington first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Jaguars 0.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At the 1-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes this Washington 14. Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff looking right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. It's 30. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Give him 32 yards on the ground. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in a long lot of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And the out route incomplete. That's Hall.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Now that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Here's 2nd and 8. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 64 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Malone. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 13 yards out. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Allen off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Now the Jags Jaguars will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some touch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a play fake here on first down. And it is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only have the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach? I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
It's a gain.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
First and goal at the
Call that a very strong gain of 24. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
2. Brings up second and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stops short of the goal line.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. They'll buy some time right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the field. That's complete. And we're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And again, it's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just take a ball, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
13-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Allen got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault there to make the grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, Washington. Sean Perriman, 78 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Point after.
But that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
But that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Allen will try again on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Allen. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 34.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson.
And Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Jaguars. And a nice gain at 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards on the ground. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Allen. And it is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. LaVisca Chenault. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes this Washington 48. Jaguars 24.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this. He's got daylight. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And this offense is running away with this one. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off the pass.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
He's across midfield.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got room. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one. Right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 1st down, it's Gibson. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.